Hi everyone, it's Marissa from bumblebeeapothecary.com, and today I'd like to come with some GAPS party food ideas. This was another requested video, which I thought was a great topic. And by the way, if you have ideas for videos that you'd like me to do, be sure and leave me a comment below. I always love hearing from you guys about what videos you'd like to see. When you're following something like the GAPS diet at first, it can seem like it might be really hard or even impossible to come up with a really fun party menu with food that fits the GAPS diet. But really, once you start thinking about it, you realize that most real food is already allowed on GAPS. So I'm here with a nice long list of GAPS party food ideas, and I'm sure that this is not exclusive. I'm sure there's more ideas that I haven't even included here, but this is sure to get you started if you have a party or some type of celebration or event or something that you want to serve food for that fits with the GAPS diet, or if you want some ideas for GAPS friendly foods that you could bring to a party that you're invited to. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off with topics that I already have videos for, except for these first few, but they don't really need videos so much. But most of these first ones that I'm going to talk about, I have videos up where I show you how to make these different things. So the very first idea, which is one that doesn't really use a recipe, is a veggie tray. So you can have a nice wide variety of raw vegetables cut up and then serve some dip with it. I do have a video where I show you how to make homemade salad dressings, and I talk about for the ranch dressing how to convert that into a thicker ranch dip. So that would be a great option. Another option would be a fruit tray, or you could do fruit kebabs, and then you could serve that with something like a yogurt sweetened with a little bit of honey for a dip or something like that, or just on their own. And then as long as you're using vegetables and fruits, you can come up with a whole bunch of other really cute little creations. I'm going to talk a little bit later about Dr. Becky Plotner's book. She has some really fun ideas for making little bunnies and characters and things with fruits and other GAPS ingredients. So you can get really creative. You can even go on Pinterest and Google and things like that and look for ideas for making little fruit animals or something cute that uses whole food ingredients. And along that same theme, you can even do something like ants on a log, where you have the slices of celery with peanut butter and raisins on it. You can get really creative once you start thinking about all the possibilities with whole foods. Another one that you might not always think of right away as a good party food idea is liver pate. Now when you think about it, this is actually a really fancy French dip, and it can be a really classy party dip. For GAPS, you can of course not serve it with regular crackers because those wouldn't be allowed, but you can serve it with vegetables cut up in cracker sizes and shapes. For example, if you have a bigger carrot, you can cut that sort of at an angle, and then you get these nice flat chips from the carrot that are perfect for scooping. You can also slice cucumbers into circles, and those work great for dipping, or celery sticks. You can really get creative. There's actually a lot of vegetables that work great for dipping. I also have recipes on my YouTube channel for some flourless GAPS cupcakes. Those would be a great food to include. I also have some carrot cake muffins that would be really delicious, and you can change those depending on the time of the year. The carrot cake ones are kind of nice for spring. Another great dessert item that works great for serving to people at a party or bringing somewhere is the GAPS key lime pie recipe. And then I have some other fun recipes that will work really great for parties, like the GAPS cheese crackers or the GAPS pizza. Another thing that could be nice to serve at a party is nuts, so you can prepare those properly. I have a video that shows you how to do that, and then salt them and serve them some mixed nuts in a bowl. That can be really nice at a party. If it's a party that you're hosting, another great option can be the frozen yogurt recipe that I share, or a GAPS ice cream recipe. I'll be talking about Dr. Becky Plotner's book, and she has a great ice cream recipe in there. And then some other things that are really good to keep in mind are GAPS condiments that you can make that really dress up food and make it seem more party worthy. These would be like the homemade ketchup recipe, the relish, the ranch dip from the salad dressing recipes that I share, and the barbecue sauce, and then also the fermented foods that I show how to make, the dill pickles, and even the pickled beets, if those are something that people would enjoy. For more main dish type things, some meat options that work really nicely for parties would be some drumsticks or chicken wings, and again, you can dress those up with some of the sauces and dressings that I talked about. Dr. Becky Plotner also has a chicken nuggets recipe that might be a hit at a party. Some other things that you could consider are Gap's burgers. You can serve those with a lettuce wrap instead of a bread bun, and then all the toppings, the ketchup, mustard, relish, mayonnaise, caramelized onions, all that kind of stuff. And then you can find commercially available hot dogs that fit with the Gap's diet that are okay to use on an occasional basis if you're on full Gaps. So those could be tasty with the different condiments or with sauerkraut. This book, the Heal Your Gut Cookbook, is one that I really like going to for ideas for party foods or just recipes in general. You do have to be a little bit careful with this one. Not all of the information is correct. Most of it is, but there are a couple things here and there that are not, that don't fit with Dr. Natasha's recommendations, so you do have to be aware of that. But otherwise, it's really good for inspiration and ideas. And then this is the cookbook I was referring to before, Dr. Becky Plotner's book, Gaps Stage by Stage with Recipes, and this is a fantastic one. She has so many dessert and treat recipes in here, so I highly recommend checking out this one if you need ideas for party food, because she has lots of them in there. One of her recipes in here that would work as a nice fancy party dish that you could serve on toothpicks or something is bacon wrapped chicken hearts. They are so tasty, and I don't know of anybody who would not enjoy that. Some other really good recipes that she shares in here are marshmallows. She has a great baked beans recipe that would be good for a party. She has a bunch of different cake recipes and some pies, and then she has some really cute ideas that would be great for kids parties too, like these little bunny heads and other little fun creative ideas for using whole foods and Gaps ingredients to make really fun little animals and things that would work wonderfully for a kids party. And then she also has a recipe for brownies and some cookie recipes too, so lots of party food recipes in here. All right, I hope that you enjoyed these different Gaps party food ideas. I hope that you check out one or both of these cookbooks and my other videos that I mentioned where I show you how to make all these foods. I hope that that gets you started if you have an event coming up or a party where you need Gaps food ideas. If you have more ideas that I didn't mention here, I'd love to know what they are. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you like to bring to parties if you're on Gaps. Check out that description box for links to both of these cookbooks, as well as my other videos, as well as links to free ebooks and other goodies. I have a free Gaps Diet Getting Started guide. I also have a free class on how to start the Gaps diet with more confidence and less confusion. There'll be links to all that down in the description box. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody else who you think needs some Gaps party food ideas. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I get out 2 new videos every week on nourishing recipes and natural living. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.